Hello everybody, we are looking at Chapter 5. I'm just going to go over study problems 1 through 4 in the one video because they're pretty quick, so I'll just do one to capture everything. In number 1, we're given the total utility from consuming packs of potato chips, and we're asked to calculate marginal utility. So total utility is just adding up the marginal utilities. So we're given total, so I'm just going to go to the solution. Let me go back. Okay, so we're given this information and we're asked to find this. So from consuming one, I think it was packs of chips, from consuming one pack, her total utility is 60. So therefore the marginal utility, because it was only the one package, so it is also 60. Now, if she consumes 2 packages, her total utility is 110. So that's going to be a combination of the utility from the first pack plus the utility from the second pack. So we know the utility from the first pack was 60. So 110 minus 60 would give us a marginal utility of 50. Then we're told that her total utility from all 3 packs is 140. We know her marginal utility from package 1 and her marginal utility from package 2, and we know that the total utility would be the a summation of all 3 of those. So therefore 140 less the 50 less the 60 gives us 30, which is the marginal utility from the third pack. And that just continues on. The total utility is basically the sum of all the utilities up to that point. We know the previous ones, so we just have to take our total utility less the marginal utilities of the ones before, and the remainder would be the marginal utility of the current one. Alright, number 2. Given John's marginal utility from consuming packs of potato chips, calculate his total utility. So now we're doing the opposite. We know how much utility he gets from each package, but now we have to calculate the total. So it's the exact opposite of what we were doing above. So his marginal utility for the first pack was 38, so therefore his total is 38 because it's only one package. When he consumes his second package, his marginal utility for the second one is 26, so his total is therefore going to be the marginal utilities from package 1 and 2 added together, so 38 and 26. Then when he consumes his third pack, the marginal utility is now 22. So therefore the total utility would be, you can either just, it's the sum of all 3, 38, 26, 22, which mathematically is easier as we go down just to take the total from before, which would encompass these 2, plus the marginal utility of the current one, which gives 86. Then for the fourth one, same thing. The 86 here, the total utility from the step before already takes into account all 3 of these. So it would just be 86 plus the new marginal utility from number 4, which would give us 104. And we just keep going down like that and adding them on. Question 3. Erica cannot decide whether to buy a packet of potato chips, cheese whirls, or nacho chips, whose marginal utilities are 50, 36, and 42 respectively. The prices of the snacks are $1.25, 80 cents, and $1.20 respectively. So first we have to calculate the marginal utility per dollar spent for each of those 3 items. So the marginal utility per dollar spent is, for each item, is the marginal utility. So if we're looking at the first one, potato chips, it's the marginal utility divided by the price. So 50 divided by 125, which is 40, would be for the potato chips. Cheese whirls would be 36 divided by 80, and nacho chips would be 42 divided by 120, which again is posted here in the solutions. And we are asked if she can only buy one. Which one is she going to buy? Well, she's going to buy the one that brings her the greatest utility per dollar spent. and that is going to be the cheese whirls. So she's going to buy a pack of cheese whirls. And number 4. So we're given the quantity of chips, the marginal utility, and we're told that the price is $1.20. Then we are asked to calculate the marginal consumer surplus and the total consumer surplus. Alright, so marginal consumer surplus is just the difference between their marginal utility minus, so I guess in regular words, this is the price for the first bag of chips. This is the price that the consumer was willing to pay. For to get their first bag, they would have paid $3. But the price of the chips is $1.20. So the difference between what they were willing to pay, the $3, less what the actual price is, the $1.20, that's $1.80. That's their marginal surplus. The total then is just, for the first one, it's just equal to the marginal. Then for the second bag, the marginal utility is $2.50. The price is only $1.20 still. Well, the price is going to stay at $1.20 here all the time. So they were willing to pay $2.50. They only had to pay $1.20. So the difference of $1.30 then is their marginal consumer surplus. The total consumer surplus is the total from before plus the new marginal consumer surplus from the second bag added together. So let's go take a look. So the price stays at $1.20. So we ended off right here. So the total now is the previous total plus now they're getting an extra $1.30 of surplus, and that's going to go added to be your $3.10. On the third bag, they were willing to pay $1.80. They only had to pay $1.20. So the difference of 60 cents here is the consumer surplus they got from that third bag. The total consumer surplus is going to be your $3.10 plus now the new amount of consumer surplus that you got from the third bag. So $3.10 plus 60 is $3.70. For the fourth bag, they were willing to pay $1.50 to get that fourth bag. They only had to pay $1.20, so the marginal consumer surplus is 30 cents. The total is this $3.70 plus the new additional consumer surplus that they got from that fourth bag of 30 cents, which is $4, and we just continue on from there. So that's it for the first 4 questions. I'll be back with another video on some of the other ones.